What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review of, excuse me, Boomerang Season 2, Episode 2. So, we are getting the story. Because you know what? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought I had missed something last week. I said, maybe the finale last year wasn't the finale. And I missed a whole episode. Because it seemed like last week when we picked up with the whole homecoming episode, it seemed like we went straight from Bryson sitting out in front of Simone's house knowing she lied to him to we done broke up, we hate each other, we got a whole separate text group. Like, I was like, we missed something. This is the episode we missed. So the episode picks up, it goes back 3 months ago. So we know it's been 3 months since they broke up. And we see Simone talking to Bryson, crying, talking about some she's sorry, it'll never happen again. Bryson saying, you damn right it won't happen again. You just like your daddy. And he storms out of the apartment, house, whatever. Damn near gets into a car accident on his way home because she keep calling him and he's distracted. He stopped by the liquor store, get him that good fifth of Henny. Because, some reason we convince ourselves that it makes us feel better. I'm just saying. Goes home, and then he texts the group and said, me and Simone are done. Now, at this point, it's still the group that got Simone in it. So she saw the text. Next thing you know, the crew is at his house. Because that's what friends do. And here's the fucked up part. When you have two friends and a friend group that are dating. When they break up, whether you want to take sides or not, you are forced to put yourself in a situation where you even pseudo taking sides. Like the fact that all of them showed up at Bryson's house and ain't nobody check on Simone. That was sort of taking sides. Now, that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have all gone over Simone's house if she had called first. Or split their time up like we saw last week with the whole homecoming situation. But certainly, there was a side there. And that's what I was thinking in the beginning. I was thinking, damn, all of them are over Bryson's house. If I'm Simone, I feel some kind of way. But we'll get to that. So Bryson is telling them the story, and he's telling them what happened and going through, I let her, I didn't want her to think that I didn't trust her, so she went. But then she lied to me about being home because I was sitting in front of her house, and I know she wasn't home. I don't know when she finally showed up, or did he say when she showed up, whatever the situation is. But you go through all of that, and she finally says that she admits to kissing him. So, of course, all of them are like, she kissed him. And here's the problem. The problem isn't so much that she kissed him and he's holding her accountable for a kiss. The problem is he doesn't believe that that's all that happened. Like, if he believed that all she did was kiss him, they might have been able to work through that. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that he does not believe that that's all that happened is the problem. And Ari says the same thing, which I know Ari is a hoe all day, every day. So y'all know Ari just automatically think that the man is cheating. I mean, that the girl is lying and more went down than what she said went down anyway. So what's funny about this episode is we sort of go through everybody's interpretation of what happened. So, of course, the preacher man, it starts off and he's trying to give Simone the benefit of the doubt. And he's like, look, maybe it went down exactly the way Simone went down, that they kissed and she immediately felt regret. And, they do this whole acting out where they say a prayer and stuff. Good and damn well ain't nobody say no prayer. But what he said might have been valid. They kissed. They realized they made a mistake. They felt bad about it. And then they spent the next couple of hours just talking through their issues and really getting the closure that they were trying to get. Like, of course, everybody is like, hell no, that's bullshit. That ain't what happened. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility that that's how it went down. Do I think that's how it went down? So then Crystal says, you know what? Here's the problem. You want everybody to be perfect. You want everybody to have this perfect mindset. So, of course, then she gives this story. It's in black and white. She said everything is in black and white. So then she tells this story of a whole, Dick and Jane, Leave It to Beaver situation, black and white. Simone is the perfect wife, cooking the perfect breakfast at the perfect time. And he's the perfect breadwinning husband and goes out and and what was funny was that they were doing this in black and white and they had some nod to 1950s, but then they were saying 2020 shit, I made your perfect gluten-free pancakes that I got from the Whole Foods and the fresh pressed open range eggs and the fresh pressed orange juice. And is your Uber X here? I don't want you to mess up your perfect 5-star rating. Like, it was funny that they were throwing like the 2020 references in this whole 1950 scenario where Simone had on the pearl necklace and the perfect hoop dress, and it ended up basically showing that even though Simone was playing this perfect wife role, she really wasn't feeling the perfect wife role, and ended up having an affair with the milkman, who ended up being the dude that she kissed anyway. So of course, the whole time they're doing this, Bryson is like, y'all really not helping. You're not making me feel better. And so then Ari tells his version. And his version is the episode of Cheaters, where they basically end up walking in on Simone and old boy getting it in at the no-tell motel. So that's when Bryson really got mad. He was like, you know what? Look. Y'all are not helping. Y'all are making this situation worse. I'm going to need y'all to really chill out. And they were like, you know what? You can't put all of this on Simone. Like, at the end of the day, you were trying to make this a perfect relationship, and it just wasn't perfect. Like, that Simone's not perfect. Simone can be very selfish. She can, kind of be self-centered. So at the end of the day, you were overlooking things because it was Simone, because you finally got the girl of your dreams, and you had this beautiful girl on your arm. But at the end of the day, she's still who she is, and she did the same thing that she would have done if it had been any other Tom, Dick, or Harry. So then, oh God, y'all know who I'm talking about, the rapper, the stripper turned rapper. Mia? That's not right. Anyway, y'all really did try to write these names down. I'm trying to do better. But anyway, she's reading one of those, urban novels, the whole hustler, down chick, hustler's whole girlfriend type thing. And so she gives the whole scenario of, she turns Simone into a modern day, Cleopatra Jones, and she's shooting up the damn Waffle House and all kinds of crazy shit. And that's when Bryson finally does, like, he loses it. And he ends up basically going off on Simone, and he calls her a bird, trick, whatever. Look up, who's standing there? Simone. So Simone looks around the room, sees all of her friends, hears him talking shit about her, and now she's sitting there like, that's what we're doing now? Like, for real? She was like, I came over here to check on you because I was worried about you, and I see that you holding court, well, basically trying to get all of our friends, trying to take custody of all of our friends, and y'all sitting here buying into it. And Ari was like, look, Simone, we wasn't sitting here letting him talk shit about you. We were letting him vent, and we would have done the same thing for you. And that's valid. But what she walked in on didn't look like him just venting. It looked like him calling her out her name and all kinds of stuff, and y'all was sitting there letting him do it. And, Mia was like, well, we ain't let him call you a bitch, but you let him call her a bird and everything else. So then he was like, you know what? And she said, and Simone said something very interesting. And I believe Simone 100%, because let me be clear with y'all. I never bought the whole Simone Bryson true love story. I never felt like Simone loved Bryson as much as he loved her. And I feel like Bryson was loving an image of what he thought being with her would be, and not so much what their real relationship was. Because he had been in love with her for so long, and he wanted to be with her for so long, that he bought into that image. So I think neither one of them were being authentic and being honest in that relationship. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, because of it, at the end of the day, because of that, they ended up where they were. Because what Simone said was, I didn't even really care about old dude. I just didn't want to be with you. And I was like, you know what, Bryson, you need to hear what she said. And that's not exactly how she said it. And I feel bad that I didn't remember the exact quote. That's not exactly how she said it. But that's the general idea of what she said was, it wasn't him. It wasn't even about him. Like, I didn't give a damn about him. It just wasn't you. You're not the one. And that sort of set Bryson way off, which it should have, because And that's when he was like, run me my keys. She was like, run you your keys. And again, that goes deeper than their relationship, because I'm pretty sure she had keys to his house long before they started sleeping together. Because they were friends, and they had been friends for so long. You know what I mean? And so, of course, she throws the keys at him, and he, gets in her face, and she's in his face, to the point where they got to break them up and separate them. Now, do I think he would have actually put his hands on her? No, I don't think he would have actually put his hands on her. But it was bad. It got really violent, and that's pretty much where the episode ended. So, y'all let me know, honey. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole Bryson, Simone thing. Because here's the thing. Like I said, I don't think they loved each other as much as they thought they did. And I think they're going to have to figure out a way to just be friends again. I don't think they're this great love story that needs to be together. Like, they're not Willie and Dwayne. Not to me, they're not. Now, maybe the writing can convince me later on. But, let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.